rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rants and Raves. I'm Steph Beckett, and joining me for this episode is Laila Hede Jensen. And she's been in the industry for a while, and she knows a lot about digital signage and experiential signage. So I'm really excited, Laila, to talk to you about what's going to be at InfoComm this year and what you're expecting to see. And you're also talking about a few different things at InfoComm, being a part of a few of the different sessions. So first of all, I would love for you to introduce yourself to the people watching or listening and talk a little bit about your experience in the industry.
Thank you for having me, Steph. I'm really honored. And yes, a lady doesn't say more than 15 plus in this industry. So let's just stop it at that. It is more, and it's getting more and more. But yeah, this is one of the best industries. I've grown up in the industry. I've been on the manufacturer side and the integrator side, and now I'm on the consultant side doing M&As. So I've been in the industry I've seen it grow, and I've seen it move from analog to digital, which has been quite the journey.
Right.
And it's been interesting how we embrace it, because there can be people who just doesn't. And now with AI, I think we can call it the era of AI.
Yeah.
And it's moving very, very fast. And some are really good at embracing it, because we just got to realize that if we don't get on the train, we'll be left on the station, I think. So let's talk a bit about that. But if you wanted to hear a little bit about me, I've been in digital signage the last 7-8 years on the integrator side, working at a digital signage company in Europe, becoming from local to global, acquiring companies, consolidating the company, consolidating the market, and then growing it throughout the years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, how many InfoComms have you attended? What number will this be for you, if you don't mind answering?
When did I start? I think I'm on my because it's every year, so it might be 16, 17 maybe.
Nice.
Roughly.
Congratulations.
Yeah, maybe more, but I remember my first one. It was Las Vegas. It was hot.
Mine was too. Mine was Las Vegas 2016. So I think this is my 9th or 10th. So
yeah. But I remember that Las Vegas I just coming from the city in Copenhagen, to Vegas, live and vibrating and crazy. I needed to adjust, and I needed to learn how to navigate Las Vegas and know where to go and avoid all the drunk people and stuff like that without, So it was quite the interesting experience, and now I just love Vegas. It's grown on me. You just learn where to go and to be with, and it's all about the company and the people that you're with.
Absolutely. I will say Orlando's my favorite, though. I like Orlando so much better.
Yeah, that's interesting, but it's different. I see there's two different categories of people joining InfoComm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm the one, I think Orlando's a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed of a vibe, and I think that's why I like it so much, and the shorter flight from North Carolina.
Oh, that's true. It's a longer flight for me, but I get the casual vibe. I think it's Florida in its essence, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They are chilled, and it's kind of nice. You just zone down and get into the experience of technology, and it's
absolutely. So as someone who's been to a few InfoComms, what is your advice for people who maybe are attending the first time this year, and it's definitely overwhelming attending InfoComm for the first time? So what would your advice to them be?
It definitely is. Download the app for sure.
Yeah.
And plan ahead. There are 1,000 of exhibitors. Plan ahead, figure out which hall you want to start in. It helps. It can help you out with a plan, so to say, and then navigate where you want to start and who you want to talk to as exhibitors. Bring or wear comfortable shoes. As a woman who's always worn high heels, I learned it the hard way. Being an athlete, we have injuries in our knees, so I've learned how to wear sneakers. So we're doing that, or trainers, as we would say.
Yep.
And then also the best tip I can give you is go to a Vixa stand or booth. It has the best coffee. Find the barista coffees. It will keep you running throughout the whole day. And drink starts at 4. on different stands. So if you're up for a cocktail or just want to have some vibe, and in the audio, there's great sound, there's great music. So you should investigate that for a little bit. But what I look forward to the most is actually the education part that Avixa has, and that you can boost your CTS career. So go look at a workshop, see if you can get involved in any of that. Every year, it just elevates.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a part of that education this year. So I'm interested to talk to you about this. The session that I'm most excited about that you're talking about is AI and Gen Z.
Yeah.
And how that comes together with digital signage and customer engagement. Do you want to tell me a little bit about what you're covering and who you think should attend this session?
Yes, everyone can attend. We are looking, and I have to say, we have rAVe who's with us. He's a young Gen Z.
Amazing.
And I am so excited about the panel. We have different attendees on the panel. They all have different aspects on AI and Gen Z, but rAVe is a Gen Z. So we're going to get it for his perspective. And he's young. He's the cool kid on the block. So I'm really happy he's going to be there. So just show up to see him if you don't want to look at Generation X. But AI is up and running. We have it as a personal assistant. It's content production, videos. We're even doing it. Bolt AI is coding front end and back end in our software now. We have analyzed data, voice control. AI is transforming digital signage from passive to active. And we know we're going from posters to experience to engagement. So that whole process is exciting, but also AI mixed with Generation Z. Generation Z is our new workforce, and it's our potential buyers. And they're different than the rest of us. I know you're nodding because you're one of them, Steph. So I really like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So why wouldn't you be doing what you can as a business to try to get them in the door?
But also understand them. Because when we look at content, and that goes also to the content strategy, but content is important that it speaks to me and not to the masses. And Gen Z is different.
They're different.
They control their content strategy with their social media. And that means portrait, where Generation X is landscape. We're very different in the way we think. Generation Z wants content fresh, relevant. And if you don't catch me within the first 10 seconds, I'm out of here.
Yes.
And I'm on my phone. They're on their phone all the time. How do I get their attention from the phone to the content I have on my screen or device I have? Because or maybe we just embed to the omnichannel, which is their phone. And that's the second thing that could be quite interesting. So that's why I like the AI and the Gen Z. It takes both perspectives, and it can show you how much we've grown. And to understand AI, how you use it, and how do I understand Gen Z to figure out how I can get their attention, or there's always a purpose you want to achieve with digital signage. How do I achieve it with the new generation or the younger generation? And how do I attract them as the talent? Sustainability is the essence. They buy green, and they want to buy from green companies.
Absolutely.
So they coexist very well.
Yes. And that's another thing that you're talking about is, sustainable strategies for reducing the carbon footprint with digital signage. What are you going to be discussing in this session? Are you going to be discussing hardware, like hardware that saves energy? A lot about full color e-paper is available now, which that wasn't available a few years ago. And that saves a lot of energy. Are you kind of talking about that, or software, or what are the sustainable strategies you're going to be discussing?
On this panel, we have a panelist from all of them. We will have for manufacturers, integrators, and from the software side. So we will have a bit of a mix. And then we have one that comes as a consultant from sustainability to corporate.
Amazing.
So we will have an aspect from all sides. And from my point of view, I will bring the ESG and the CSRD, which is the regulations in Europe that we have to start measuring and reporting. But I think it's also, we're taking a step back. Sustainability was something we talked about 2 years ago, especially the manufacturers. Remember Samsung? They had it on all their booths. They were the first ones. But now it's kind of overshadowed by AI. And it shouldn't. We need to have it back on the agenda. We need to start small. And I think it's in an advice to how can I do that? how on the manufacturer side, how does the vendors do it? Where do they put in their effort? On the integrator side, what can I do on that point? And just on a executive KPI point of view, how do I start? How do I make decisions based on sustainability?
Absolutely.
Because if you have that in mind, it will go through your whole supply chain. It will go through all your channels, and you will be sustainable without even knowing it, or even just starting small. Plastic free in the office. That's it. Reuse, repair. I needed to get that into my mindset. Why don't I buy another one? Just repair it. Even though if it's kitchenwares in my house, I get rid of it. And now it's like, oh no, reuse, repair and reuse. So it's the mindset. And then there will be a whole set of 5 strategic plan points to how do you start as a business on all sides. Yeah.
Absolutely. There are also all these programs for sustainably recycling your old AV equipment now too. The group Save has like a Save a Second Life program where they will like connect you, a manufacturer who's like maybe getting rid of old product that you've like sunsetted. So like you've just got product in your warehouse that you need to get rid of. They'll like connect you with a school or someone who can use that, which I think is really, really great so that the stuff doesn't end up in a landfill.
And the key is that they donate it. That's my favorite part. You don't buy it. But it's because when you have, there's also managed service. We know that's the second thing everybody's going to talk about.
Yep.
Where you own the whole network or the full ecosystem and then manage it as a service for them, for the client, so they don't think about it. And part of that offering or plan could be as soon as the hardware is after 3 years, we replace it. But we could replace it with secondhand.
Yeah.
And then donate what we had afterwards. So there could be thinking that I don't need a brand new screen. That's number one. And then donate what I've just had to schools or charities somewhere else that could use it.
Absolutely.
Which is the beauty of it. It's like the full circle just goes around. And that's the mindset. We need to start thinking about others than just ourselves and our bottom line. Because the more green we are, the more we attract the youngsters, the more they want to buy from us. So karma out in the universe will come back. I promise you.
Absolutely. The last session that you're going to be kind of a part of is on content strategies for digital signage success. And we've talked about content before and how important digital signage content is and understanding your audience and connecting with your audience. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. And that will be from A to Z. How has digital signage transformed? How do we, start with a purpose? What do you want to achieve? Understanding your audience. Time-rich, time-poor shoppers. Figure out what strategy we can use so that we achieve the purpose that we have. And customer journeys, etc. Yeah. And then also a little bit of AI, how we create the content. So I will go through, you would have 5 or 6 takeaways from, it will be a full presentation with interactivity. So there will be an engagement. You can ask me questions.
Perfect.
And there's a couple of case studies I will show as well, so they can see how it's been implemented and how it works. Because do you have a return on investment on your digital signage? We don't really think about that.
Yeah.
What is my ROI? Is it working? Is it not working? We've got sensors. We have AI to analyze the data now. We can do things faster. I can create our content. So try and getting all of these to work together for the best possible ROI.
Absolutely. Because most of the time in terms of like digital out of home, I don't notice it unless it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah. It becomes white noise.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a content that has the stop effect for you to look at, it doesn't speak to you.
No.
But actually we were at the DSSE last week, and I had the panel on digital out of home with Strøer, which is one of the biggest DOH companies. And we talked about content, and he said, but if you walk 2, is it for 1, the content, or is it for 2, the content? And that made me think, oh, that's interesting, because as a DOH, they get paid by how many viewers looks at it. But I want the content to be for me, not whoever's next to me.
Right.
So there's a lot of different aspects. Who drives the content? Do we want to earn money on it? Or is it because I want to talk to my audience and actually make an impact on the audience? And it's quite interesting, all these disruptions that happen and who you choose. on that
Absolutely.
point.
Absolutely. Because I, for one, like if it's a good ad, I'll buy it. Like it doesn't matter what it is. Like if I connect with it, great, add to cart. Like,
Yeah, it's because
eh,
it speaks to you personally,
yes,
and
because I'm
that's
like,
the whole
oh, this
key.
brand gets me. So
Mhm.
great. I will buy anything at that
Yeah.
point.
Mm.
So, and I
Yeah.
think that kind of just connects back to like the Gen Z thing. Like we are all like that around this kind of age, like
Yeah.
20s and 30s. We're all like, if this ad makes us feel seen, great, we'll buy it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It works. I am touching upon it a little bit. Maybe I should increase that, actually. I might make a couple of slides in the presentation on that. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to hearing and hopefully seeing a couple of these. They sound really fantastic, Layla. So, last question I have for you, and that's where can people sign up for these sessions on the InfoComm site?
Yeah. I believe you go in on. Well, that's actually a good question, Steph. I don't know.
No, you're good. I know the answer to it. I
Yeah.
think they can just
Okay,
go to infocommshow.org, and once you log in, get your portal open, you can like add whatever sessions you want to add to your like cart, so it reminds you in the app. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I know they will be very, very busy sessions, and I hope to see you at the show, Layla.
Likewise. And if there's one they should choose, it should be the AI and Gen Z or sustainability, because they will be very interesting, both of them.
Oh, absolutely. Those are fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck getting to InfoComm. I'm excited to see you on the show floor.
Yeah, likewise. Bye.
All right. That's been another episode of Rants and Raves, everybody. I'm Steph Beckett, and we will see you next time. Bye.
rAVe Radio with Rants and Raves.